Yes, always so nice to go back to where you have, good memories. And for me, Bowen Heads and the Vic Open is a special event and a special week for me personally because it's my first win and it's very exciting and special to come back.
Do you feel perhaps a little bit more pressure as returning here this year?
I didn't think I would because I think it's a fun thing to go back to where you have good memories. But since I came back, actually a lot of volunteers and people started to recognize me and started asking me questions. So are you ready for this year and ready to defend? And so that kind of made me realize that maybe I do have a little bit more pressure. But I think it's a good thing. It means that I care and I want to do well. So I'm excited to start the tournament.
Can you tell us just a little bit about the past year, 2019?
Yeah, it was definitely my best season on tour. It was definitely, a breakthrough season to get my win, and then I accomplished a lot of my goals that year. Being part of the Soham Cup team, a winning team, was exceptional and definitely the highlight of my season. And also managed to play, really well in majors, which was something I wanted to do and prove to myself. So it was definitely a season that has been very successful, and I hope to keep going on that. On that season.
That's wonderful. Any questions? Mark, thank you.
Celine, you seem very humble. What's it like when you drive through and see the big photo of yourself on the drive up to the clubhouse?
It's very strange, but I think they picked a good picture, so I'm pretty excited about it. I obviously, don't want to look at it too much because then you can get too far ahead of yourself. It's been, a great week last year, but I think, every week is different, so I just try to take it, as another week, another tournament, and try to start from scratch.
So we don't get to see you every week in person, but it would seem right now that you're a better player now than you were this time last year. Your results this year are already off to a good start and you seem more consistent. Is that fair?
I think after my win was definitely something that helped me mentally quite a bit, and it helped me, settle in and kind of, gain a little bit more confidence. That's, I think, the main difference that I have from last year, and I just feel like I still feel like I can prove myself more and play better, but I don't feel like I need to prove it to anyone else. I just do it for me, and obviously that's, showing on the course. I just feel more relaxed and just, I think, a little bit more confident.
And is that true living in the United States now? Like you're more at ease than when you were first across from France?
I've been in America for a couple of years now because I went to college for 4 years and then decided to move there. So that was definitely a big change. And it was very strange for a while because I was just there by myself and didn't know anyone. It was very hard. But I think it was necessary for me to play my best and to be the better golfer that I can be. I'm very happy about that decision. Professionally, I think it's the best thing I could have done. And I definitely feel like, seeing the results also kind of helped me, justify these decisions. And, it's not always easy, but I think it's worth it. And so I definitely feel, better now that I have a little bit more, I don't know how to say it, distance from there. But no, I'm happy about, being in America.
Do you travel with a team as such? Do you have a caddy with you this time? Because I think last year, from memory, you were basically on your own. Is that true?
No, I had my own caddy, but I travel by myself most of the time. I mean, you have your own caddy every week, but they book their travel on their own, and you book your travel on your own. You're not always together. So no, I have my caddy. It's a different one this year, but most of the time I travel by myself. Yeah.
And are you working with Cameron McCall?
Mm-hmm. Australian. Yeah.
Was there any one big thing you took out of the win here, Celine, last year that you were able to take through the year? A big lesson that perhaps you can only learn by winning an event of this scope?
Sorry, can you repeat the question?
Yeah, well, In winning here last year, did you learn any one big thing that helped you move forward through the rest of the year?
Yeah, it just helped me, confirm some ambition and beliefs that I had. My first full year on tour was in 2018, and I felt like I didn't play my best. I still managed to keep my card and stuff like that, but I knew I could do better. And then the fact that I got my first win, I mean, it's not easy to get a win on tour, especially your first win can be pretty challenging. The fact that I got it so early kind of really proved to myself that I could do it, and I wasn't just like having goals that I couldn't like achieve or something like that. So, and I think the good thing is I felt like I could even improve. I felt like I could do better things and things better. So I think in that sense it helped me a lot. Just to feel more comfortable out here and feel like I kind of belong, on tour.
Is there anything about this course, in particular the wind that we seem to get here, that kind of suits your game?
Yeah, I think growing up in Europe, we always have a couple of events every year in Ireland, Great Britain, and like England, Scotland, whatever. And so we always kind of practice there for these tournaments, and then I think personally my ball flight is like a pretty low one, so it helps me in those conditions. In general, I think I like courses that are better, that are tougher. So I think the wind making things tough is a little bit of not an advantage, but I like it better.
So you don't mind if it blows this week?
I think it's part of the fun and the part of, it's one of the unique things about the course and about here is like it always get windy, and it's I think that's also the way that the course is designed, and I think for me it's a positive thing.
Do you come from a golfing family?
My dad is a golfer, yes, not my mom.
Oh, right. Does he ever travel with you?
So now they retired for a couple of years, so they try to travel more, and they come to the tournaments in Europe, so Avion, British and Scottish, and then last year they came to a couple of events in Asia, so it's kind of whatever tournaments they want to come, obviously they're welcome. They kind of pick and choose whichever ones they like or the destinations that they like, but it's fun to have them also around a couple of weeks in the year.
I bet it is. Wonderful.
Yeah.
Without the ropes out on the fairways here, Celine, you mentioned before that it's a good familiar spot for you now, and that you're being recognised a little bit more. Do you think it's going to be different for you this year, with people recognising you and wanting to talk to you as you walk along playing and without the ropes?
I'm not sure. I did hear that this year there were going to be ropes, but I didn't see any. So it was, I think it's going to be very interesting because, it's fun to be recognized and to have interactions with people, but at the same time during the tournament you want to be kind of in your own bubble, sort of. So it's going to be interesting to try to manage everything. Obviously, people coming and trying to talk to you is something you cannot predict or control. So it's going to have to be something that, have to be prepared for, and it's going to be another, thing that I have to manage, but I think it's a fun week. I think all the spectators here are very respectful of the players, and it's huge part of why the event is successful even without like ropes, and it's still safe and fun for us to play because they are golfers and they respect us as players. So I think it's always good when you have that kind of environment.
And you mentioned goals a couple of times. Have you got a goal this week, and what's your goal for the season?
Yeah. Obviously, I would love to defend my title, but more than that, I just want to be able to be, fully, make my game 100% and not try to get too ahead of myself, and just try to be in the present as much as I can. Obviously, not putting too much pressure on myself, but another title would be nice too.
Well, thank you. Thank you for coming in. We've thoroughly enjoyed speaking to you again, and every success this week. And you may well be here again on Sunday.
Thank you so much. Yes.
Thank you so much. Thank you.